Welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today is the final episode of the Rundlets Kilderkins series. So if you haven't seen my review of the Hazelburn, Springbank and Longrow individually, I reckon you should watch those first. But what I'm going to do now is just kind of put them all side by side. So, definitely when you start with the Hazelburn, you are getting a much cleaner spirit. That's self-explanatory. Much cleaner spirit, much more floral, waxy. And as you get to the Springbank, you are getting more of a molasses, not molasses, like a more savory, umami, fungal flavor. Very umami, the Springbank. Extremely umami, actually. Like I said, like a little bit of soy sauce there, a little bit of that shiitake mushroom. Almost like a bit of Taiwanese rice. It's really bizarre, I know, but that's just a little bit there. And then when you go to the Longrow, it is just absolutely distinctly different. I mean, the Longrow is just so much sweeter than the others. So much sweeter. I mean, like significantly sweeter. Syrupy. It smells much more viscous and thick. Sugary. Whilst the Springbank is funkier. It's funky but more umami. I'm getting a distinct meatiness from the Longrow. And then the Hazelburn, you go back to after sniffing the both, and suddenly you get this light floral bouquet of just, yeah, it's just very light, a little steely, a little minerally. Absolutely stunning. So look, the three, if I had to pick my favorite one, I would pick the Longrow as my favorite one. I would not pick, I would hate to pick my favorite one because they're all absolutely stunning, but this lineup of the Hazelburn, Springbank and Longrow is definitely the way to go, because that is the order of things. This is the way. Yeah, this is the way. So this is the way to do it. So I've been watching too much Mandalorian. But yeah, it's just what amazes me is how distinctly different they are, even though they're essentially the same distillery, slightly different methodology, but they're so different. Now, if you can find these, I would say buy them straight away. I would not hesitate to get them. If you don't want them, contact me. I will buy them from you. Cigar pairings, I would say I wouldn't pair the Hazelburn with any cigars, okay? In fact, I would go as far as saying I don't want to pair with any of them with any cigars and taint the flavor of tasting them. They're quite special Springbanks. They're quite special Springbanks, and it's not every day you get Springbanks that are released that are this special and this interesting. Even though Springbanks are already quite interesting whiskies, these are just something else in a whole new level. So yeah, look, if you've tried these before, please let me know your thoughts. And I'd like to thank Greg for giving me the full bottles to keep for the Hazelburn and Longrow. I'm just kidding. I don't keep it. These are actually set for a tasting that we're going to have. We're going to line 3 of them up with a small group of people, so quite exciting to do that. But I wanted to review them first before everyone got their mitts on them and probably finished the bottle. So until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink, and see you again. Cheers.